There's so much going on in the garden this season that it's difficult to know where to turn your attention. So here's our list of creative, healthy projects to get you inspired and outdoors. Prepare beds first with a dose of blood and bone and lots of organic matter to get your leafy greens off to a great start. A plant's ability to absorb available water can often depend on what's happening at ground level. So what is the magic ingredient in a great soil? Lots of compost and organic matter. And while some of us opt for compost in a bag, others prefer the DIY approach. So here's some tips. The key to a successful compost is in the mix. Now, almost any organic matter can be composted, but the aim is to get a really good balance of greens, that's things like your fruit and vegetable peelings and your lawn clippings, as well as browns, that's your brown dried leaves and your newspaper that's all shredded. Now, in the warmer weather, organic matter breaks down fairly rapidly, so your compost should be ready to use in no time. And it's usually the stuff at the bottom of the pile that's ready to use first. The key to knowing if it's ready is if it smells and looks earthy. Then you can just spread it around on your existing garden beds as mulch or dig it through your soils. Leafy greens like lettuce and silver beet are a staple in the veggie patch or pots and can be grown year round. They're so easy to grow and pick, you'll wonder why you ever shopped for veggies. And your spring planting doesn't end there, so don't forget to add tasty varieties like sweet corn, carrots, eggplant and beans to your shopping list too. Strawberries are another warm weather treat. Give them full sun and good drainage for months of delicious sweet tasting fruit. There's plenty of things to do in the kitchen garden. In fact, once the risk of frost is over, it's tomato planting time. Now, tomatoes are a really rich source of vitamin C and the powerful antioxidant lycopene. And of course, there is nothing healthier than growing the tomatoes yourself. You don't need loads of space either, so look for varieties that are tailor-made for pots on the patio. The bite-sized varieties are irresistible to kids. In fact, they rarely make it inside the kitchen because they're so good to munch on, straight from the vine. Pump up the temperature in the garden by growing your own chilies. The smaller they are, the hotter they are. And look out for the red ones, they're very fiery. And if hot chilies aren't quite your thing, try a milder member of the family, the capsicums, which really are easy to grow. One of the best things about growing your own food is knowing the journey it's taken from seedling to plate. So here's a tip for you. When it comes to looking after your produce, look for environmentally friendly products that are based on natural, low toxic and organic ingredients, like products in Yates Nature's Way range. The warmer weather's here, so here's our top tips for drought-proofing the garden. Apply water-saving mulch to garden beds to reduce weeding and watering. Apply Saturate granular to pots, garden beds and lawns to improve water penetration. Add Rain Saver water crystals to pots and planting holes to provide valuable moisture to developing roots. And don't forget to make use of grey water on your garden beds. Just avoid the veggie patch. Water plants deeply, not daily, and only when they show signs of water stress. Check and clean blocked irrigation drippers and replace faulty ones. Reposition drippers to correspond with the increasing root zone of plants. Install a tap timer on irrigation systems to control watering period. And apply Sea Soil fortnightly to stimulate root growth and encourage beneficial soil microorganisms.